Our customers are more and more deploying our devices in large-scale networks. In order to be able to carefully monitor the status of a large number of devices, and in order to be able to manage these devices, for example, changing configuration, making sure that user accounts are shared among all these devices, there is a requirement for a central management system that is able to take care of all these tasks. Our devices for a very long time provided open interfaces, a number of different protocols that can be used to integrate a Meinberg time server or a Meinberg PTP Grandmaster clock into such a third-party management system. However, in recent years, our customers ask us to provide a Meinberg-specific management system in order to save them the time to integrate our devices in whatever general-purpose management system they are using for other devices. In order to address these requirements from our customers, we found a very capable and very experienced partner called Skyline Communications. And this company, based in Belgium, has a very, very big or large experience creating management solutions for a number of different applications. Their product, DataMiner, is on the market for more than a decade. It is a very, very stable, very, very flexible and highly powerful management system that includes a number of features like automation, automatic deployment of configurations, the monitoring solution, and so on. So together with Skyline Communications, we worked tirelessly in the last couple of months to find a way to provide a Meinberg management system or solution that can be used easily by our customers to deploy it in their premises, on their premises, and to integrate their Meinberg sync products into it without having to take care of all the, let's say, small and tiny little details. It is quickly deployable, is very scalable, and offers support for all the important Meinberg platforms like the Meinberg LAN-Time OS platform and our new microsync family of products. One reason why we choose Skyline and DataMiner as basically the foundation of our Meinberg management system is that DataMiner represents a full-featured management system that can support a wide variety of devices. There are more than 6,000 drivers available for it to support all kinds of different equipment from different vendors. The Meinberg edition of DataMiner is going to be limited to only support Meinberg devices. However, if a customer chooses to upgrade their DataMiner solution, their Meinberg Management Edition solution, and they want to add support for other devices, they can simply upgrade to a full DataMiner license, then supports all these drivers and all these additional applications that are already available in the DataMiner ecosystem. On the other side, if a customer already owns a DataMiner license and they already operate and use DataMiner as their core management system for other devices, they can easily purchase a Meinberg driver from Skyline directly and the Meinberg app that integrates all the management features I'm going to explain to you in a minute in their existing DataMiner instance. So this is a very scalable and very easy to use upgrade path for all kinds of different situations. And that's also one of the reasons why we chose DataMiner as our basis for the Meinberg management system. When we sat down with Skyline in order to find out what features, what scope should a Meinberg management system ultimately have, we came up with a list of 4 main topics that we would like to see covered. First one is obviously monitoring. You want to monitor the status of your devices. The second is configuration management. If you have to change a configuration parameter on multiple devices, you don't want to log into every single device to perform that. Third is inventory and device management in general. You want to know what kind of devices do I have, what are the serial numbers, and so on. And the fourth is firmware management. If you want to update your firmware on all your Meinberg devices, you don't want to do that one by one on each device individually. Let's start with the first topic, which is monitoring. Monitoring is one of the most important functions or features of a management system. You want to be informed when the status of one of your devices changes, and you most probably would like to get a heads-up notification before something critical happens. For example, if you have a Meinberg device that loses reception to the GNSS system, you want to be notified of that in order to allow you to make sure that your failover procedures are working correctly and are in place. Or if there's a failure of a power supply in one of your devices, in some rack, in some data center, you want to obviously receive an alarm for this in order to be able to send a technician and replace that faulty power supply as soon as possible. The Meinberg Management Solution and its DataMiner foundation support alarm templates. That means you can individually configure which kind of alarm should be generated and should be shown in the dashboard and probably in your notifications, depending on a certain value that changes, for example, the sync status of your GPS devices. That's an individual configuration. Obviously, the Meinberg Management Solution comes with predefined alarm templates that cover almost all of the common requirements that we know our customers have. Another very important aspect of monitoring is that you can collect statistical data. You can, for example, collect the number of GPS satellites that are received by all your different Meinberg devices and generate a diagram over time. See, there are certain times when reception is low and so on. The same applies to, for example, PTP delays and other statistical data that can be collected, visualized, and even predicted using the DataMiner artificial intelligence engine. Another important topic that needs to be covered by a management system is configuration management. One of the most important aspects of that topic is backup and restore. You want to be sure that whenever there are configuration changes applied by your administrators, that these changes are saved on a central instance, for example, the DataMiner server, and can be restored if the device, for example, fails at one point and needs to be replaced. The other important function that we wanted to see implemented in the Meinberg Management System is mass changes of configuration parameters. That means if you want to change, for example, the syslog server IP address where all your 100+ devices send their log information to, you want to be sure that you can do that in one form and don't have to log into all your devices separately to change their parameters. That's also a function that is provided by DataMiner. Replacing a device is an important function that needs to be carried out as quickly as possible in order to reduce downtime. DataMiner and the Meinberg edition of it make it easy by just allowing you to remove the old device, install the new device, and then restore the configuration onto that replacement. That will ensure that this process is handled without any problems and can be carried out as quickly as possible. The third topic is inventory and device management. You want to know how many devices do you have, how many modules do you have installed in these devices, what are the serial numbers and the firmware revision of each and every single one of these components in your system. That is something that can be provided by DataMiner and is available on the DataMiner dashboard for every device and every module. Another very useful function is the auto-discovery function, where DataMiner can scan an IP range that you provide and finds all the Meinberg devices in that IP range automatically that are not yet part of DataMiner and have not been adopted to be integrated in the DataMiner management system. The fourth point is firmware management. With DataMiner and the Meinberg Management System, it is so easy to install a firmware update on a large number of devices. You just select 10, 20, 30, 40 devices in your DataMiner dashboard, and with a click you can install a new firmware version on all these devices in parallel. That will help you to keep your devices up to date with security fixes and new features. So by providing you with a pre-packaged management solution for your Meinberg devices, we will save you from the hassle of having to integrate the devices yourself into a general purpose third-party software. This and the very attractive price model of our solution will allow you to deploy such a management solution quickly and efficiently, even for a small number of devices, but of course also for large-scale deployments that basically cover hundreds of devices deployed in multiple countries. Meinberg is a customer-driven company. We always look out for ways how we can fulfill your requirements, and we listen to your needs. By choosing DataMiner and this powerful management solution, we believe we found the perfect solution for all the requirements and demands that we have heard from our customers in the past couple of years. Check it out. It's one of the most powerful solutions on the market.